Stage. Thank you, Kier.
Thank you very much, Ed. And this is a government in paralysis. Instead of representing the people who elected them and addressing the challenges the country faces, they're intent on saving themselves, not serving the country. The cost of living is rising. Prices and taxes are up and wages are stagnant. While the whole country worries about how they will pay those bills when they come, this government is too preoccupied to act. This government has let them down. No wonder the public don't trust them. But we all suffer from this decline in trust. The appeal of democracy has always been based on two promises. The first is that the world will get better. Democracy will deliver. The second is that people will be listened to. Democracy will empower. Both of these promises rely on trust. And right now, that trust is in short supply. Small wonder the public is more pessimistic than they've been in years. They're pessimistic about their own security and standards of life. They expect things will just get worse over the next 5 years. They doubt the truth of what they hear from political leaders and from the media. And they feel shut out of the whole political system. I believe in making credible promises that we will deliver. The very opposite of government by meaningless slogans. I'd like to say a bit about how a Labour government will be different. I want to start with the partnership that we would like to strike with British business. Business was one of the encouraging stories from today's survey launch. It's heartening to see the high trust that workers place in their employers. I know the great value that employers and business can bring. It's something I saw growing up in my parents' work. As Ed said, my father was a toolmaker working on the factory floor. My mum was a nurse. And the thing I really remember from my dad was how hard he worked. His industry was a real source of pride and value. And I was encouraged to see how business is seen as leaders in society, with solutions to some of the big challenges of the day. British business is a great source of pride, both here in the UK and internationally. Many businesses are driven by a sense of purpose, determined to meet the challenge of the climate crisis, supporting the changes we need to protect our future. British business needs a more active, effective partnership with government, and that government needs an industrial strategy designed to get our country fit to face the future. The director of the CBI, Tony Danker, has been clear about what's needed. Supporting business to invest, he says, will require catalytic public investment. And that's what Labour's climate investment pledge does. £28 billion every year for the next decade to ensure the industries and jobs of the future are found all across Britain. The business community and the political world need to work together. We both have a job to do. It's often said that the Prime Minister doesn't believe the rules apply to him, that he's a sense of entitlement which transcends the normal rules of politics. I think it's considerably worse than that. It isn't that the Prime Minister thinks the rules don't apply. He absolutely knows that they do. His strategy is to devalue the rules so they don't matter to anyone anymore. That politics becomes contaminated. Cynicism and alienation replace confidence and trust. So the taunt, politicians are all in it for themselves, becomes accepted wisdom. It's a strategy to show disillusion, to convince people that things can't get better. Government can't improve people's lives. Progress isn't possible because politics doesn't work. But I'm not going to play the Prime Minister's game. I simply refuse to accept that Britain can't be governed better than this. I will never give up on the power of politics to be a force for good. And I will always fight to defend those essential British values of honesty, decency, and integrity.